podcast with your hosts,
the JB Freeballin'
and Scotty Too Hottie, a.k.a. Scotty the Stallion, a.k.a. the boy who don't eat scallions. Just living that millennial life down here, working 2 weeks and taking 3 off for all of our fans. Let's get it started.
'Cause you had a bad day, you take everyone down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around.
In our losers bracket, we have JB, Andy, Scott, Sarah, and Kyle. So all I can say is I definitely had a panic moment. It's all due to Allen's elbow this past week.
Josh Allen?
Josh Allen. Hey, is his elbow broken? I don't know. Who knows? Is he going to start? I don't know. I picked up 2 quarterbacks just to make sure, and then he ended up playing. So I'm not good at tilting. I'm blaming Josh Allen. But to be fair, if I played all of my high-scoring players, I still would have lost to Matt. All right, we have Andy. So Andy lost with a no-show from Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which I think he was playing but got 0 points, and also just another sad show from Kyle Pitts. So there you go. We've got Scotty here with his butt still being sore from getting fucked by AJ Brown in the butthole.
Stuck it right in there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have for 1.7?
Yes,
Ugh.
it was a 1.7.
And I lost to Stinky by what? 10?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Put some Vaseline on the butthole. That helps. Sarah by a point. That's a rough one there.
Half a point.
Half a point. Excuse me. Thank you. And then we've got Kyle who, Justin Fields and CeeDee Lamb put up 40 plus points per person last week. So.
All right, let's do the winners.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
And they stay there. So, Jake taking advantage of Sarah, using his 44 points from Mahomes, get the half-point victory. Enough said. Stinky takes me down on the back of Christian Kirk. And again, mentioning A.J. Brown fucking me, getting benched this week for Allen Lazard. Maddie, proven tight ends are not needed, using Taysom Hill in his lineup to acquire 1 yard for 1/10 of 1 point and still winning. Anthony's Bears count, now down to 3 players from the initially drafted 5. Cole Kmet paying off in a big way this week, getting 2 touchdowns against our Detroit Lions, taking that victory. And Mikey, riding Justin Fields like a trucker on a lot lizard the past few weeks, taking the high score.
Hey, want to know when you realize you're bad at fantasy football? Is when you drop Justin Fields for Jared Goff and then quickly realize that that is the worst decision you've ever made, possibly in your entire life.
I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
All right, our special feature this week is the playoff prediction segment.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
So Jen and I are going to name off the 6 teams we think are going to be in. I'll kick it off. Going to say number 1 seed, going to be Stinky. I think he's got a good lead on the rest of the league right now at 7-3, I believe. A couple more victories, and he's got at least a 1 or 2 bye locked up.
Yeah, I don't do seeds here because I really can't do that math right now. Sorry. But I am going to say like the playoff is going to be Jake and Justin. And that's based off stats only, but also the stories behind it. We've got Justin he's a confident powerhouse. We got Jake who's doing some weird pivoting over here. And if it plays off, yeah, I would love to see it, especially with the recent trades that went through with their specific players. I'm curious to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah, so I think Jake is doing a great job of actively trying to make his team worse at this point in the season.
Unless he sees the future.
Maybe. I've got him coming in at the 3 seed. Humble brag. I am going to leapfrog Jake and take that 2 seed. I think I can get 3 of my last 4 games and move up into that top spot.
I would love to see you in the playoffs because otherwise I'm going to hear for the 3rd time that you have the highest score in the league and you did not make the playoffs.
Yes.
And I'm just going to be like, Scott, yes, please. So I don't have to listen to that conversation for the 30 millionth time.
That would be miserable.
For both of us.
For both of us. Coming in at the 4 spot, I have Sir Michael Vincent Baruta. Nothing special to say here. I think he's just solid enough to get in there. He's got a good record at this point. He could hold on and make the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm going to talk more about this when we do our matchups too, but there's a lot of potential of upsets this week with everyone. So yeah, maybe Mikey makes it, but I would say there could be a lot of changes between then and now.
All right, at the 5 spot, I got Maddie taking that slot. He's scoring with the big boys. Billy got points for, doing really well. I think a couple late wins gets him in. He could be anywhere 4 through 6, but I got him slotted 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like Matt might not make it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Hot take.
And then my last spot, I hate it, but I think Andy will still somehow make the playoffs. His team is garbage. They have so few points scored for. He's just happened to eke out some wins. Fewest points against. He's going to slide these last few games, but he's got enough wins to get that 6th spot.
Yeah, I agree with Andy.
All right.
I have an upset, though, really quick, that we have
it.
not talked about yet. I got a very specific text from Kyle. And the text said, hey, ever since you guys ranked me last, I have gone 3-0. So I am now writing his underdog story for you. You're welcome. So I am going to put you that you make it into the playoffs.
Wow.
And we'll see how that goes.
Riding the backs of the He Said, She Said podcast,
Yeah.
Kyle gets in the playoffs.
Yep.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
You know the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So how do you bridge the gap when you have to be away from your child? Give your child a strong foundation and experience the Apple Tree difference.
Hi, I'm Tom Johnson, co-founder and CEO of Apple Tree, and I'm here to hoodwink you into paying us for your child's elementary school education. Why would you do something as frivolous as that, you ask? As our founder P.T. Barnum said, there's a sucker born every minute. Here at Apple Tree, not only will we teach your kids how to be good American consumers, but we'll also sprinkle in some of those Jesus stories just to make sure they have a lifelong feeling of guilt and shame that public schools just can't provide. Rest assured though, our menorah-touting friends are welcome as well, because here at Apple Tree, we are dedicated to diversity of our income streams. Let's start our tour by taking a look inside our first grade classroom.
Genital herpes is a very common disease across the world. A primary infection can include painful urination.
Okay, I think a lot of you moms out there could have used that information, am I right? Oh, here's one of our valued parents now. Let's see what he has to say about the school.
Please get back to just teaching our children math, science, and factual history.
Looks like someone still thinks facts are true. Oh, here's a couple of our little tykes at recess now. Little Susie, what are you up to?
I'm gonna kick his ass.
And why is that?
If he's gonna come in here, he's gonna kick my ass.
Can't argue with that logic. Alright, we're here with the school's principal to help shed some light on the school's religious affiliations.
We are not anti-Catholic. We are not anti-Semitic. We believe in the white race. We believe that at this point in time that white Americans are being treated as second-class citizens.
Well, I don't think it can get any more clear than that. A truly caring and inclusive environment here at Apple Tree. Speaking of caring, here's our on-site nurse. Nurse Burgess, can you tell the people at home what kind of things you see in your office?
Penis, 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 vagina, vagina, vagina.
So that'll wrap it up for today. I hope you've enjoyed the tour, and we look forward to taking your money soon. Apple Tree, we don't diddle the kids, we diddle their single moms. Alright, so Jen and I did an interview with Maddie this week that my phone decided not to record. So we are going to skip that segment today and hop right into the rest of the show.
Now back to the good times.
All right, next up is the Week 11 matchups.
Alright, where do you want to start?
Obviously with my game.
Okay.
Only because Lamar Jackson had a baby.
He had a baby?
Yeah.
A little
so,
baby?
So I thought for sure he might be out this week and like really help my win, hopefully. But no, he was out on an illness, quote unquote, because he had a baby.
Oh, I haven't been keeping up on the Lamar Jackson baby news.
It's all over the Reddit.
Consensual?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Either way, I was hoping that maybe he wouldn't play because he was ill, but now I'm like, no, he had a baby. He's going to show up.
Yeah, your problem now is, will Josh Allen play? Because
No,
this
that's
game may not
my
happen.
other note is like I have, once again, Josh Allen / Snowpocalypse panic attack.
Yeah,
And
you have Gabe Davis.
as I can tell you right now, I am not good at pivoting. So I'm going to put myself as I'm going to win, but I'm also going to say like I'm probably going to somehow make the wrong choice again, and I will not.
All right. I'm calling this the staying alive matchup. You're both at 4-6.
Mm-hmm.
Loser of this game is not making the playoffs. Winner still has a chance.
Yep.
So big game
And
for you
under
guys this week.
pressure, I do not do well, as historically been proven.
I think if Buffalo plays indoors in Detroit, Jen gets the win. If anything else plays out, it's Anthony.
Yep.
All right. I want to talk about Stinky and Andy. Somehow to me, I think this is the biggest game of the week. This is what's going to lock Stinky into one of the top two spots and start Andy's slide out of the playoffs. Unfortunately, I think it's going to go the opposite way. I think Andy's going to win this game. He has the quick start from Derrick Henry. Stinky has so many things stacked against him, and he's still riding that Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts stack. Double running back from the Eagles. I don't understand that limited ceiling play.
Yeah, they both got new team members that they've acquired this past week. I'm curious to see how those play out, but my coin toss is going to go to Andy.
Oh, and welcome to the world of mediocre tight ends, Stinky. Which game do you want to do next?
Sarah versus Scott.
Okay, go ahead.
I am going to support my boy, and I want Scott to make that playoff push.
Woo, woo.
We need you to get that win so you can solidify your spot there. Go, boy, go.
Yep. The only concern I have this week is Nick Chubb in the Buffalo game, and if that's going to be played, where it's going to be played. But rest assured, community, I have a contingency plan in place if needed. Sarah has officially stopped ball even. I think it's going to be close, but I'll take it. I want to do
Jake versus Kyle.
Yeah. Okay. You want to do Jake versus Kyle?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So Jake's first week of the Kelsey and Mahomes monster stack. I'm
what I
very
was gonna
excited
say.
for him. Unfortunately, that's about all he's got on his team. Both these teams have two real wild cards at running back this weekend. I don't know who's going to win this game, but I'll guess Jake.
Yeah, I'll say new team who dis for Jake, and I think he's going to sneak the win in there.
Okay. And that leaves us with Maddie and Mikey. That's our big middle of the pack matchup this week. So this is a big playoff implication. I do enjoy the fact that Maddie is picking up my scraps off the waiver wire and having to start them, aka Curtis Samuel.
All I think is it's going to be Mikey here, but I love this week. There's going to be so many I want upsets to happen this week, and I want to solidify a lot of different people that are going to go into the playoffs and not in the Sackle Bowl, like what might happen to me. So I'm excited for this, but I'm going to put my coin toss. It's going to be Mikey for the win.
I'm going the opposite way. I think Maddie's got a little more firepower.
Well, you know how I'm really good at predicting who's going to win. So
You're really good at predicting who's going to lose.
And that is our third episode of the He Said, She Said podcast. We're signing off.
Stay classy, San Diego.